round 3 of Command & Conquer Remastered Tournament, Titans Season 12 and all that. It's AOD Gaming in the red with GDI versus in the teal blue thingy. It's Iran with Nod. And with AOD Gaming with a slightly faster refinery and a more forwards barracks. Is that going to matter? Probably not, but it might. I mean, it would allow for them to more easily expand to the middle, and it seems like they are going to do that, or at least try. Iran over here was getting at least a kill on a little minigunner or a grenadier, whatever. So scouting was denied over there and should be denied over here as well. And it is. Very nicely done. Same thing on the other side, and of course denying that scouting is important because, well, that way people are not able to snipe construction yards with air units like Orcas or Apaches. Double refinery already in the middle for AOD. So they're on 4 versus just 3 for Iran. Iran most likely going for a airstrip next, whereas AOD might be going for weapons factory, war factory now, or is going for more eco. One of those two. Anyways, airstrip out there now for Iran. And AOD, just looking at how long it has been since the last building, I assume is indeed going for war factory. Anyways, scouting is now out, or like, quite good for AOD. Knowing about that construction yard, doesn't know about airstrip placement exactly, so wouldn't be able to snipe that. But would now be able to snipe the construction yard through Orcas or, well, just general units. Anyways, war factory is now out. And AOD with their 4 harvesters is already ahead by like a little under 2,000 in total harvest. Now it is a little over 2,000, so yeah. And Sam. Ooh. Iran, that's a little strange. I think it is, at least. Because you don't see Orcas. And your scouting, is not great. I think it would have been worth it to just use one of these at least, to just run through and scout something. Getting a kill here on the harvester is going to be likely, and by killing this power plant, AOD should just barely be in low power. Might just barely not be, not completely sure. 18 power, 20 power, so should probably have some power left over, and harvester is not going to go down. Now, it is only 500, sure, but you were behind in eco, 36,000, about 3,000 now. And AOD now with 5 harvesters, you yourself are on like 4 total. And you're getting up more anti-air, I guess. Well, not I guess, but like, bikes are just a general unit you build against GDI if you're not. So I'm not surprised to see them. But I am a little surprised about, like, the SAM side. Saying, well, bikes are probably just as good, if not better, than SAM side in terms of anti-air against Orca. And AOD now already with 6 harvesters versus 5 on this side. So eco lead is still for AOD. They are GDI, of course, which does like to rely on, like, better eco. And over here, will the flamethrower get some really good shots off? Not really. Going 1-to-1 is a positive attrition for the grenadier. And once again moving in with buggies, denying one harvester from unloading, and the other one could go down, but it's also kind of blocked from going to the Debirium, so is now going around and will barely be saved. It seems like it. For now, it will be saved. Bikes going around should probably be able to snipe something. If you keep moving them, I think you can snipe this war factory and possibly the construction yard. I think it would be possible. These tanks would be too slow. And there goes the harvester. No, it doesn't. Okay. barely keeping the harvester alive, but a damaged harvester is just as efficient as a full health one. By now, 3 tanks are here, a couple of grenadiers, and they're moving down. Maybe you're still able to snipe. Yes, it looks like it. 3 shots, 4 shots, and it's a sell-off. How many bikes? 6 bikes left. That should be enough, but there are a lot of grenadiers here, so those are able to drive away those bikes. Should the bikes be attacking something else in the meantime? Most likely, but you are being attacked over here. And your flamethrowers need some attention in order to, like, successfully defend against those grenadiers. And over here, this hurts. Your construction yard is out in the open, and you just have a SAM site to protect it. That doesn't work. That's anti-air. Tanks aren't flying yet. I mean, they are on stealth tanks. Those kind of fly, but they don't get hit by anti-air. Right? I think they hover, right? They don't drive. Oh, I'm not sure, actually. Anyways, tanks over here should still be able to survive this, and might be able to drive over those minigunners. If they don't, and they just shoot at the minigunner, that's not great for them. But something you don't often see, like, never mind, I'm stupid. And bikes going down. Alright, things not really engaging very well right now, but it's fine. Eco lead for AOD is like 6,000-ish, 7,000 in like total harvest, and they are also ahead in like current eco. Over here, one little buggy or bike or so, something was still alive, but didn't really accomplish a whole lot. Without a construction yard, AOD really has to keep their weapon airstrip alive, and microing their bikes is necessary for that. Firing upon those grenadiers is not great because they don't really have anti-infantry rockets, so that's not very effective, and game 1 goes to AOD Gaming. 31,300 harvested for AOD versus 38,800 for AOD Gaming. Time for 4 pulls between in the red AOD Gaming versus AOD in the teal. This time in a GDI mirror, if I remember correctly. It definitely looks like it. AOD going with a like more southern position, not as far south as Critical Mass would place the construction yard, but it's fine. Whereas AOD goes for the faster start, which will delay their like expansion to the southern fields a little more. And well, they should be able to like get more eco more faster, at least at the start. Already going with double refinery versus just a single for AOD. Efficiency for this one is slightly worse than the one from AOD, I feel, but that's pretty fine still. And in the meantime, Grenadiers just throwing grenades at each other. 4-0 in a kill-death ratio for AOD, and scouting for both players is like not that good. So in the meantime, I'm going to ask you to subscribe to the channel. Just click the button, and as soon as like enough people do that, I don't have to ask. Sadly, that doesn't work, but oh well. It's never gonna happen. Anyways, 4 Fs over here now for AOD, 4 as well for AOD, and expanding southwards for AOD. Alright. A little bit interesting that like AOD moves their construction yard downwards first, but then doesn't proceed to actually go to the like south fields. Because, well, yeah, AOD is now like just as far down, even further down technically. Yet they didn't have to move their construction yard at the start, so they'll actually be the first to get to the southern field. At least it looks like it right now. Anyways, eco like 1300 ahead for AOD, and like both at like more than 200 excess power, now 300 even for AOD, so sure. Anyways, there are the harvesters, double on the south field for AOD. This one will be like less efficient later on. but still good enough, at least for now. So little surprised that like AOD didn't go here first, but oh well, maybe they didn't know like the full build order, but I'm not really sure about that. Anyways, Grenadiers just throwing grenades at each other, and EKD is like pretty even now. Both players just sitting in the checkpoints, which makes sense. I mean, like keeping your enemy like contained like closer to their base is going to be difficult because that's a wide open field. And Harvesters going all the way around because that's efficient. This is a smart pathing Harvester. It really is. Anyways, now over here 3 refs and also 3 on this side for the south field. So eco is like pretty even. Both at like 8 refs, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. Neither player going for like attack switch yet. And thus far, the Grenadier fights are going quite well for AOD. 6,500 in the bank versus almost 5,000 for AOD. So yeah, that's about the eco lead. A little less than the eco lead actually, because the eco lead by now is like 2,000 for AOD in total cash. And ooh, Humvee, War Factory switch is now out for AOD. Same thing on the other side for AOD. So I was about to say we are not going to see Orcas to counter the War Factory, but nope, we are. There is an Orca. That's double Orca already, and second War Factory as well. So, kind of playing into the hand of AOD maybe, since Orca is a pretty good counter to War Factory. But AOD might just be able to blast in there, not sure. Even buying Orcas, okay. 6 Orcas now that means. And AOD also going for an Orca switch. This is going to be interesting because that's 7 Orcas now total. And that's a very dead construction yard. AOD, sell it, sell it, sell it. Just in time. 1 HP. Little more, but oh well. It's going to be 1 Orca versus like 8. 7. So, okay. AOD definitely like is going to have a hard time in this match. They are lucky to have like 2 War Factories, but make that 1. Rocket Soldiers are not good anti-air, not even against Orcas. Like, one of them got damaged. That's it. Now, buying more Orcas, it makes sense. I mean, you do have some eco lead still, not a lot. Let me just check for the current eco. It's also like, that's pretty even. It flip-flops around pretty much. Both at like 4,000 to 5,000 current eco. Currently it says like AOD is ahead, but a couple of seconds ago AOD was still ahead. So yeah, not exactly the most useful metric yet, but oh well. Anyways, Orcas dealing some good damage to those tanks, and Grenadiers also pushing forwards. Taking down just like 1 or 2 barracks or even a refinery is not the most important thing, depending on what goes down for AOD in the meantime. Having the Harvester be destroyed with the refinery, that's very nice. And 2 barracks, 2 reafs, that's going to be a lot better. I was like, where the hell are your Orcas? They didn't all go down, right? Oh, they were sniping the War Factory. I'm blind. I was like, I can't see them there, but oh well. Anyways, that is now the 2nd or 3rd Harvester going down for AOD. So eco should slow down quite a lot. However, AOD will now only have infantry again. Yeah, they'll probably mix in some rocket soldiers and use some rocket soldiers to defend their base against those Orcas. But they're going to struggle quite a bit against those tanks, since, well... Oh yeah, and against the enemy Grenadiers of course, since keeping yours alive in big balls is difficult. AOD now moving in a little bit over here, sold off construction yard for Aeron, so they'll not be constructing anymore. Now sneaking in, goddammit, that's a little bit too far back, but oh well. Sneaking in with the grenadiers over here, Aeron just sells off that weapons factory quite quickly. Does of course still have the one up north, and is still in positive power, so it's not a big deal yet, but their production has slowed and have been driven off pretty much completely on the south field. AOD now with their orcas. That's also like 6, and that's a sell-off on another war factory. A little bit of a dogfight going on here maybe. But fighting in the base of AoE is probably not great, so unless you're able to take down the helipad, it wasn't amazing. Since AOD does have a good number of like rocket soldiers near that thing. Seems like they are indeed also reinforcing it, because they know that that's a big target for Aeron. Over here tanks, but those will be targeted by the orcas as well. And most of them are now heavily damaged. Power plant going down, I'm pretty sure there. But AOD is still on like +9 power, so it's not a big deal yet. Over here, depending on how this goes for Aeron, they might be able to push in, but doesn't look like it yet. Over here, just 3 orcas are left for Aeron. And the tank will try to drive over the grenadier, and it will. Good job, medium tank. You killed 160 value. Anyways, that's a lot of orcas now coming in for AOD. Moving into the enemy helipads, but not actually taking down the orcas themselves. Now they are. And second orca not gone because they are all out of ammo. Engineer coming forwards and running over the Tiberium. Did you just shoot your own engineer? You're stupid. Aeron really could have used that. Anyways, now orcas trying to kill the tank maybe, or just going back home because they don't feel like doing anything today. And medium tank going down. Okay, so current eco is almost double for AOD. There. Once again moving into the base over here, and we'll take another orca down. This one is just on full ammo, so Aeron might have been able to do something with it, but not going to. And I'm a little bit surprised about it. Sure, you're like paying attention to like this all and these forces, but just looking at it like that, I feel like AOD is probably like microing their units better, splitting their attention quite well. I mean, they're trying to reload all of those orcas, which isn't the easiest thing in the world, while also defending. And oh, watch out with that harvester, it's dead. So eco lead for AOD is going to shrink quite a lot, and is now once again on positive power. Not sure if they sold something or repaired something, because now they're on like 39. So there is something like this power plant which isn't fully healed up. Anyways, going for the barracks, going for the production, it does make a lot of sense. And most of them are like out of ammo, but not all of them. Anyways, up north, this is bad. Yeah, double harvester for AOD just moving into the base of Aeron. This one's being targeted by 2, this one's been targeted by 3 grenadiers. Not running over, that's 1 gone. And that's another gone. Yeah, the last 30 seconds, AOD only harvested like 1700. Aeron harvested 2800. Not amazing for either player. But yeah, Aeron really has to rely on these 3 mainly, because this isn't really accessible because of the orcas, and it's not great eco anyways. And this is also quite far away, even though their harvesters are trying to get there. Aeron though, they don't have anything on the south field, so that's going to hurt them quite a lot in eco. They've got a good number of harvesters left, I believe, like 5. Looks like 5. Really quickly. And oh, that hurts. Last orca gone. Selling both helipads. I'm a little bit surprised. But also not massively. I mean, you would just be countered by AOD because they just have so many orcas. So you can't really, like, keep up with AOD's orcas if you buy new ones, or... yeah, if you would buy new ones. But, like, selling them immediately also, like, gets you... does it, like, takes away the option. And, like, one helipad is, like, 150 if you sell it, right? Because it's 1200 for the orca and 1500 for the helipad, so, like, yeah. Should just be a 300 cost in the helipad itself, so you get 150 back when selling it. I don't really think that was worth it. It's like less than one grenadier and, like, destroys the option for you to go into orcas again. Grenadiers are on AOD side. You would assume that's a good thing for Adon, but sure, you've got like save eco there, but it's very long range eco. So maybe a little passive for AOD to like stay here with the Grenadiers rather than pushing up to at least the middle line. Since, well, these harvesters are now being damaged at least a little bit. Yeah, maybe that's a little passive, but it also doesn't matter a lot right now. They're just sniping the last couple of buildings, building rocket soldiers. Sure, you might be able to take down 1 or 2 orcas. And even if you do, who cares? AOD's eco, it's not great anymore. But still, they've got like more than enough orcas. Losing a couple just to snipe a barracks is worth it. 1 barracks left, and then Aeron is pretty much dead. And yeah, how many rocket soldiers do you have? Like 8? Generous? Yes, 8. Sure, you've got 9 rocket soldiers. You've got to go like 1-to-1 against orcas. More so even, because there are like 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 orcas. Going 1-to-1 against orcas with rocket soldiers isn't easy, and it's definitely not going to work. So you really need to get more of them, but they're very expensive, so you'll drop back in like Grenadiers numbers. You'll go get behind there. All around going to be very difficult for Aeron to pull this one back, and I don't see it happening. AOD now finally moving in. Game has sped up, but it's also paused because Aeron knows it. Aeron gives up. Game 3 between AOD Gaming in the red as GDI versus Aeron in the teal blue. As I believe it was also GDI, but it could have been not. It is GDI versus GDI. Okay. So, toggle right. Both going with like standard opening, barracks and all that. Seems like they've kind of practiced build orders, maybe. I mean, they're both going downwards first. And ooh, Aeron with the faster refinery and all that. Wow. So, efficiency is also like pretty even. Maybe a little interesting that AOD didn't go for this field first, but it's a small field, so I can definitely understand that. This one feels bigger, even if it isn't. I think they're like pretty much the same size. Anyway, second refinery out first for Aeron, and like quite a bit quicker as well. Yeah. AOD, what you doing? Like really? Are you going like all in for a wolf? No. Okay, there. Refinery. Sure. That's late. Really late. I don't really know why you're going that late with it, but oh well. Anyways, third draft over here now for Aeron. And AOD still spidering on over upwards to this field. A slightly like worse late game field, since you would like first expand to this one, which is less efficient than the one in the south, where Aeron is already going towards. But it's fine. I mean, yes, I know it matters, but like, it's fine. You can definitely still win if you go for this field. Anyways, spidering on over with the silos, not a lot happening right now. I mean, it's 202 in KD, okay, 8 on with like 900 more harvested, so like, it's like 1 and a bit harvest, harvested ahead in total. Not exactly awful efficiency for this refinery either. So yeah, no, not amazing, but it's definitely not as bad as it could have been. Once this field starts running out though, it will be like quite a lot worse. But that of course is the same thing for these and all that, sure, I know. Grenadiers moving to the middle, wow! That's a little surprising honestly. You're 4 ref now versus like 4 ref on this side as well. Oh sorry, 5 ref. So AOD is actually going to be catching up quite well. In eco. Also, I can't count because this is also 5 ref. Yep. Anyways. But like, going to the middle, I don't hate it. I definitely don't. And this is like 3 spots wide, so you can gather like both fields efficiently. By just building like your refinery in the middle. Or there, of course, but that's a lot less efficient. Anyways, communication center out for AOD. What do they know? They know nothing, because claustrophobia is not a map that's easy to scout on. Anyways, now more refineries. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, there's like 6 now on this side as well because of this one. Okay. 7. Can you not place one here? I feel like you should be able to place one here, right? Especially because you've... Yeah, there is nothing there. You should be able to place that. I feel like you should be able to. But maybe not. Maybe I'm just blind and I don't see the tuberium over here. I do see it here, but not there. It feels strange because this is an... Like, I would say this is awful placement compared to there. Anyways, over here, like, sure, I didn't pay attention to it, but like a silo or a power plant went down. AOD knows about that whole middle section. Like, wow, Iran is expanding really well over here. And just Grenadiers fighting, sure, not sure what AOD is doing. Ha, there, that makes sense. Advanced guard tower. Does it make sense? I mean, it's good against Grenadiers and it should be able to cut off, like, most of their reinforcements from, like, this barracks. And because, like, yeah, it's even in range of the power plant there. I think it should also be in the range of, like, maybe both of them, like the barracks and the refinery. But oh well. Iran now fighting against a barracks. Okay, it's not going to go down, not anytime soon at least. Refinery does, slightly too late to take the harvester with it. And, well, AOD's eco is still like 3k behind in total. And hey, outpost. You don't often see those. And oh, outpost versus better outpost. Do 2 outposts do enough damage? It definitely looks like they could with a little bit of help. But right now it does not look like help is coming. So advanced guard tower will stay up. That means that this is like unpassable for Iran pretty much. Like, yeah, you're getting a lot of grenadiers there, but they're in range, sitting, laying on the ground. That's not great. AOD, that's friendly fire. Don't do that. You just got like 4 or 5 grenadiers. Stupid advanced guard tower. Anyways, grenadiers all cleaned up for Iran. Now though, engineer? A 1 and a 2? No, grenadiers. Sure, chances of an engineer succeeding is like quite low against advanced guard tower, I would say. But it would have been fun to see. Anyways, another outpost up north and war factory was placed by Iran. Advanced guard tower isn't amazing against tanks. And, well, refinery is going down, but not with the harvester. Does mean that eco over here will be very inefficient, since there were of course like 2 harvesters, or like, yeah, harvesters that survived, but like the refineries went down. And AOD still with like 250 plus power, so not exactly the most important that 1 power plant went down. The advanced guard towers will stay up without issue. Now I wonder, is AOD going for... Oh, War Factory. I was like, are you going for Orca? But does not look like it. Scouting for AOD is about to go up quite a lot since they're not moving. Right, never mind then. I was like, yay, a light scout. That's able to scout the base and then you can like make the enemy like anxious that you're going for like orcas and sniping their construction yard. Not going to happen though. And AGT is like not doing well. Now over here, Harvester is damaged and it's not exactly harvesting the best eco for it. And stupid game. Harvester coming back down again. Rocket soldiers doing more than you would ever expect of them. But now cleaned up by the grenadiers. Okay, so AOD does have a pretty easy shot to like go in here. But might want to clean up all of this first. I'm not really sure. Gridlock, not great. It's very slight gridlock. And well, yeah, AOD has like double War Factory up north. AOD does have it scouted. And Eco up north and all that is for AOD without issue. I mean, I'm not sure why AOD went for the middle, honestly. Didn't see that before, so I'm glad to have seen it. But is this middle bit so much better than like having this field, and like contesting this one? I don't think so. Anyways, Light Scout just sitting in front, and oh, that was very nice of AOD, like blocking the tanks, but scouting will not be like fully denied because this one could go through, and shooting down the wall isn't too difficult. A lot of grenadiers here, and not running over with the Harvester, but it's not necessary. Stelling off construction yard anyways? Sure. I mean, a lot of tanks coming in, so you need to defend with your own. And yeah, having the Harvester go there is not amazing, since it could easily get blocked by having like a couple of tanks here. Over here though, yeah, AOD, you need to pay attention to this. Defend it or sell it. And you are going for sell it. Okay, makes sense of course. But you still need to deal with that singular tank. Over here, like 5 tanks for AOD versus 4 with support. Harvester in the middle is getting shot at or like thrown at, but not a big deal. Down south, Harvester is pretty safe for AOD still. And now here, well, AOD with the better tank numbers, and those of AOD are shooting at laid down infantry. Not great, because they don't do a lot of damage then, and yeah. AOD's tank were just focusing on the right targets. Anyways, do we expect the War Factories to go down over here? I don't think so. AOD should be able to just pull enough forces close to like defend at least these 6-7 things without issue. Is the Harvester going down? That one is more likely to happen. But it doesn't. Okay, it was very close, but AOD decided to go back and not kill the Harvester. Not sure if that was worth it. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. One thing's for sure, AOD is moving on to round 4 because this was a 3-0 victory, because AOD gives up this game too. Which means that AOD moves forwards to round 4, facing off against the winner between Cruisens Gloria and Critical Mads.